Dick, how can folks know they're choosing the best annuity?
Well, Eric, if you're doing your research online, it's good up to a certain point, but it's nearly impossible to really get down to choosing the best annuity because there's literally thousands of annuities. There's so many different types of annuities, and there's also a lot of conflicting information out there.
Yeah, we've often talked about not being able to select the one best annuity because there isn't one best annuity.
Exactly.
Well, that's not exactly true, is it? There is a best annuity probably for you, and the problem is trying to narrow down and find that best annuity that is the one that fits your circumstance and your situation.
Right. And I would just say, folks, that to find the best annuity, it really, really makes a difference if you're working with the right annuity specialist, someone that's truly experienced, that knows what they're doing, and they know how to integrate and fit these annuities together.
So we've tried to help you a little. We put 5 vital questions on this page that you need to basically, when you're working with somebody and you want to know if they're an annuity specialist and they can help you in this area, here's the 5 questions.
Eric, one of these questions, and we can just start right off with a specialist has to know which annuities work better for income, which annuities work better for growth, and how to structure that income so that it kind of beats the traditional financial planning rules of stocks and bonds.
Sure.
Stocks and bonds have what's the...
Oh, the 4% rule of thumb.
Yes.
And obviously in today's economy,
it's dropped.
4%, we're all seeking better return on our savings. Well, what's a better return on our savings than getting a better return to us as far as our income on our savings?
Where you know you're never going to run out of money throughout your entire retirement. And the standard planning rule is 3.5% to 4%. It's been 4%. They've lowered it down 3 to 3.5. But we see where folks can actually, working with the right person, the right annuities, 4.5%, 5%, even up to 6%.
So being independent, having access to a range of annuities comes into play. Now, it's also important, our second question talks about knowing which annuities or how to structure annuities to fight inflation.
Exactly. There's some annuities that work better for that actually have COLA increases built into them. But then it also takes that specialist that knows how to ladder and structure annuities to hedge for inflation.
Right. People are living longer. You're going to have a longer time in retirement.
Right.
What's more important than having the same spending power when you start retirement as when you finish it?
Exactly. And then the third question that really we get asked a lot is, to balance my portfolio, everyone has a certain amount of assets. How much do I put into annuities?
The smallest amount possible.
That's it.
And that's not the answer you're going to get from the sales guy on the corner.
No.
They want all the money.
Well, and the specialists that we work with work from a reverse strategy of figuring out what it is that you actually need to accomplish. And then let's back into using the least amount.
That's right. How about this for a refreshing idea? Let's accomplish your financial goals rather than lining the
salesman's pocket. Exactly.
So we've talked a little bit about inflation, but then it's also how we structure those pieces.
Well,
it's always a lot easier to write one annuity contract and just do one set of paperwork.
Just write one big annuity. I mean, how easy is that?
That worked out great for me. It's less time.
But it really takes, Eric, a specialist that's experienced, that knows how to structure annuities, how to really protect the client's interest, accomplish the growth goals, accomplish the income goals, to be able to replenish that original capital, the initial premium that went into the annuity whenever possible.
Yeah, not to mention it creates an additional layer of safety and security by having multiple companies oftentimes.
Exactly, and taxes are many times overlooked. And the tax structure on annuities, being able to leverage using favorable IRS statutes, and there actually are ways that these annuities can be set up to give tax-free income for life, to also get tax-free money over to heirs, and obviously deferred annuities always defer tax. Folks, it's so important in your retirement to do it right the first time. There's no undo buttons. So work with a specialist that's experienced and knows what they're doing.